Yeah. So right now it's 12 a.m. and I've been deciding the big three decisions of life, right? These three decisions is very important in your 20s. So first is where you live, because where you live completely define the trajectory where you will go in. So I came from Assam, which is a small place, but there I used to live in village. The mentality of the village people is completely different from the people who are very wealthy, right? They have different way of thinking because they have seen the world through different lens. So in your 20s, it's really important to get out of that comfort zone and see and move to the city where has enormous potential to grow, where you can see through different lenses, right? Or maybe travel to different country if possible. Just move out of that small bubble and get out of that place, because most people tend to live in the same place, be with the same friend, go with the same place because they are familiar with it, and sooner or later they get into that loop, the habit. And once they get into that habit, you are always going there. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you stay in the same place and your whole mindset is shaped through that lens. But the moment you step outside your city, step outside your village, step outside your country, that's the moment when you start watching different perspective, different people, how they operate, how they move. Like watching rich people also teaches you a lot. Watching poor people also teaches you a lot. You need to have spectrum and you need to find who you want to live like. So where you live is very important. Second important thing is who you are with, right? Who you are with completely changes the way you operate on a daily basis, because your environment and the people who you surround with is everything. Because if you have a bad relationship, let's say you get a girlfriend, right, or a boyfriend, and you stay in the same relationship, you become toxic, you're comfortable, you are deciding, you're just staying there for sake of it, but you are giving very less time to think which relationship is better for you so that you can grow, and which business partner you are working with, who you are surrounding yourself with, right? Consciously you need to put efforts and think where you should go, or which friend circle you need to choose. It completely determines the trajectory. Very, 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 very important where the environment is, right? Your circle, your. It's better to be alone than being with a loser who's always complaining, who has negative mindset, who has less work ethic, because sooner or later their energy catches up to you. They are like a leech. They are sucking blood from your body. They're sucking energy from your body, and sooner or later you'll be like them, right? If you want to see and if you want to be a top athlete, just find the top athlete out there and surround yourself with those top athletes. Any realm, like if you play any sports, go hang out with them. Just try to get into their circle, right? That's very important. If you want to become wealthy, start going to the places where wealthy people are. I myself go to places where very rich people are just to see. Like, I'm not wealthy, but I'm there to watch like how they operate, how they move, what they do. Just watching them teaches you a lot, right? Just actively position yourself. Go to golf courses, see what they do. Go to a rich suburb, go to a rich city, and see how they operate, right? What they do, what their habit likes, what they want, and what they need, and provide value. And that's how you build relationships as well. Who you are with. Third is what you're doing, right? Most people go to job and they 8 to 9 hours a day they go to job without even knowing what job they like or they don't like, right? To know that, you need to also think what you like, what your skills are, what you dislike, what you want to be, what's the game that feels like game to you but task for others, and your skill sets, who you are, your strength, weakness. You need to take time there. So these are the 3 most important decisions that one needs to make. And in my 20s, I'm actively every single day I'm thinking about this, right? The friend circle, is it good or bad for me? Where I'm living, is it good or bad for me? Where I'm going, where I'm hanging out, is it good or bad for me? What I'm doing, is it good or bad for me? The habits that I'm putting, is it good or bad for me? You won't get the things in single day, but eventually if you put the same thing over and over again, it becomes the habit, right? And once you become a habit, the results are the byproduct. What you want, it gets the byproduct, because you are enjoying the work that you're doing, and hence you will get what you want. The inputs and outputs. And the best way to live is not thinking of the results at all. Like, thinking of results give you the energy to work, right? That thinking of getting the reward itself gives you energy to work. But what if you don't get the results? That's where people quit. Once you walk the path, things get clear. Before walking the path, everything is unclear, but once you start walking the path, everything gets clear. You can find the problems, you will find the obstacles, you can know what to do, jump over it, build something to get out of it, run past by, change the direction, and just flow with it, right? But you know where the destination is, where the shape is. That's why these are the big 3 decisions that you need to make in 20s. Where you live, who you are with, what you're doing. Most important thing, these 3 decisions will change the trajectory of life. Consciously put effort towards this and just focus on these big decisions in your 20s, so that 30s, 40s, 50s gives a enormous time to live by. One thing I learned recently is, as the technology is advancing or health is advancing, let's say we live 100 years, right? In 100 years, 10 years, we are in school, right? School. 20 years we are in school, university, school, college, right? But next 30, 40, 50 years, or 70 years which we have, 80 years, sorry, if you have done 20 years in schooling, 80 years you have. So out of that, your 2/10 of the life has been gone. Then 1/10 of the life you need to decide what you want to do, and that's very small piece of life. Like 10 years dedicated to some goal, financial, let's say, like 10 years if you give towards the financial sector or financial part of your life, will give you the rest, which is 7/10 of your life, to be happy. Focus on those 10 years, because 1 decade changes everything. 1 decade, focused work, few good investments, for few good plays, few good projects that you're building, selling your company, exiting. Few good plays is all it takes to live for the rest, which is 7/10 of your life with abundance. Then you can go every day, you can do anything, travel, relationships, etc. But yeah, even relationship, I think that it's a highest leverage thing, because once you go for dates or many dates, you understand what type you like, what you don't like, and based on that, you can find who you want in life. It's a leverage play. And yeah, that's it for this video. Yeah, thank you. This is for my kid. Yeah. If you stayed along, do like, subscribe, and put your notifications on.